Morning, folks. Just finishing up a run here on the trail. Very warm and humid morning. But even despite that, it's actually cooler than it has been the last few days. And usually when I'm out running, that provides me an opportunity to get into sort of a trance-like meditative type state. And I end up having a lot of internal conversations and really thinking about things. And so something I wanted to talk about today, which is something I've mentioned before, but I think is very important as a recap and a refresher, is the concept of heat stress and how that affects animals. And so it's the time of year now, summer, a lot of humidity here in eastern Canada over the last little while. Ran my marathon last Sunday in extreme heat and humidity. And something that a lot of people talk about is, of course, when irresponsible pet owners leave dogs, or I guess even cats if it happens, but mostly dogs in hot vehicles. And I know there's a lot of debate about what kind of legal ramifications there should be. Got a few flies on me here. But yeah, what kind of legal ramifications there should be. Should you be able to smash the window to rescue the dog? You know, should these people be fined? Should they be sent to jail for animal cruelty? And of course the debate will rage on about that. But here's the interesting thing that I've noticed, and that is the point of this, is that many people who talk about how cruel it is to leave dogs in hot cars also support the slaughterhouse industry, the meat trade industry. And what they, I think, fail to realize is that when they go and they purchase meat in the grocery store, that 99% of that came from animals that were put in hot vehicles, okay? Trucked to slaughter, in some cases for up to 72 hours without food or water. And many of these animals are going to arrive dead at the slaughterhouse due to extreme heat and exhaustion. Probably dying from things like cardiac arrest or stroke or other things that would happen that would cause you or a non-human animal to die under heat, extreme heat conditions. So I think that for the most part, most people don't realize, really where meat comes from. They know it's from an animal. They may even claim to love animals, but they don't really understand the process, I think. So if you're watching this video and you consume the flesh of an animal, and that in itself doesn't really bother you, but yet you are extremely, extremely pissed off and triggered when you see a hot dog left in a car, let me ask you this question. What's the difference? Okay? Why is it such an outrage when a single dog is left in a car? I love dogs. Dogs are amazing animals, and it should be an outrage. Let me clarify that. But why is it such an outrage when that happens, but yet millions and millions of cows, pigs, chickens, and so many other animals trucked off to slaughter every day in horrid conditions? And they didn't choose to be there, okay? I've said it before, when I'm out running in the heat, or I'm in a situation where I'm uncomfortable, maybe it's my training for a marathon, maybe it's just some other situation, I have the option of leaving that situation. I put myself in that situation in most cases. The animals don't have that luxury. They don't have that freedom. They were born to be slaughtered. So the next time you see a dog in a hot car, you think, that's a shame, this is horrible, this is an atrocity, which it is. remember that if you go to the store, maybe you're in a parking lot of a grocery store when you see this. Here's the irony. And you've got meat in your cart. Just try to understand how hypocritical that is. How insanely just disconnected that is. To be outraged by that dog, but not even think about the pig or the cow or the chicken. To just be so disassociated from the supply and demand chain that you are paying for, that you are contributing to, that you are demanding take place. Dogs in hot cars, it is a tragedy. Just every now and then you hear about a toddler left in a hot car. Breaks my heart, it does. We also have to think about all of the other victims, you know. And I think this goes for a lot of people too who maybe have decided to take up vegetarianism or veganism, and so they've made some better choices, and they you know, they're starting their vegan journey. And I know a lot of people will unfortunately think of it as a diet, so they'll fall off the wagon. You know, we've got a few relatively big named YouTubers that do that every year, I think. Yeah, we're all on our journey. We're all on a spiritual journey. We're all learning as we grow through this life. Those animals are on a journey to a slaughterhouse, in a truck they did not choose to be in. And they don't need to be there at all. I'm 4 years vegan. I run marathons. I'm not deficient in anything. Perfectly healthy. Perfectly happy. There's no reason to contribute to the suffering of an animal. No reason at all. So anyway, I'll wrap it up, guys. Almost home. Go home, have a shower, play with the cats, have a bite to eat. Hopefully this message resonates with you. If it does, please like, please share, please subscribe, and hit the bell so that you get notified whenever I upload new content. And if you'd like to support my message, you'd like to support the animal liberation kind of message and goal, please do consider supporting me on Patreon as well. Every bit of money that is raised there goes towards helping me create more vegan content, do more outreach, help more sanctuaries, and hopefully help save some animals. Peace, guys. Have a good day. Think about it.